Hi, it's Cassidy and Ibtisam here to tell you about meiosis. Now, at the beginning of meiosis, similar to mitosis, there's an interphase period where the chromosomes are replicated and take the form of chromatin. Also, centrosome pairs appear outside the nuclear envelope.
Now, in prophase 1 of meiosis, the nuclear envelope begins to dissolve. Sister chromatids align and homologous pairs line up in what is known as a tetrad. Now, in a process called synapsis, or crossing over, chromosomes switch pairs of genes. At what is known the chiasmata, or the crossing point. Lastly, your spindle fibers start protruding from your centrosomes.
In metaphase 1 of meiosis, the nuclear envelope dissolves, and centrosomes move to either end of the cell. Connecting at the connector core of the tetrads, causing them to line up across the metaphase plate.
Now, in anaphase 1, sister chromatids remain attached as the spindle fibers pull apart the homologous pair of chromosomes.
In telophase and cytokinesis 1 of meiosis, the spindle fibers disappear and a nuclear envelope begins to form around sister chromatids at either end of the cell. The membrane will then come together at a cleavage furrow. As it is completely pinched off, we are left with two new diploid cells. This is the end of part 1 of meiosis.
In the beginning of meiosis 2, there is no interphase and thus no replication of the DNA. However, in prophase 2, your spindle fibers begin to protrude from your centrosomes.
In metaphase 2 of meiosis, the nuclear envelope dissolves, the centrosomes move to either end of the cell, and spindle fibers connect at the connector core of sister chromatids. The sister chromatids are now aligned along a metaphase plate. During anaphase 2 of meiosis, the sister chromatids separate and move towards either end of the cells. In telophase and cytokinesis 2 of meiosis, spindle fibers disappear and the nuclear envelope begins to form on either end of the cell around the chromosome. the membrane comes together once again at a cleavage furrow, forming two new haploid cells from each of the previous diploid cells. These cells are now gametes or sex cells. Each cell now contains half of the genetic information previously contained by the cell that went into meiosis.
Thank you for joining us in our review of meiosis.
This is Cassidy
And Ibtisam
signing off.